Stairs, screens, sounds, what do they have in common? For people with disabilities, any of these could represent an obstacle. These hurdles also exist online. But how can we change that? Today, we highlight some people whose mission it is to create more inclusion with the help of tech. Worldwide, 1 in 6 people experience significant disability. Living with low vision, using a wheelchair, or being deaf or hard of hearing, digital aids are paving the way, particularly when it comes to mobility, communication and independence, be it financial or physical. And who doesn't love going to a concert? Mick Ebeling and his team at Music Not Impossible want concerts to be for everyone, opening up a new way to feel music and performance for people with disabilities. Feel the beat and enjoy the concert, whether you hear it or experience it another way. Because this concert is not just about the sound, it features an innovative piece of tech, which allows deaf or hard of hearing people to feel the music on their skin. Mick Ebeling and his team at Not Impossible Labs have developed a backpack that transforms the concert experience using vibrations.
Replicating the hearing experience so that the skin is the eardrum now gave people who were deaf the ability to feel in perfect synchronicity those vibrations. And what was odd and what was fun is that whether you could hear if you were deaf or if you could hear and you were wearing the Music Not Impossible system, it was a euphoric experience. People were like, they're looking at each other like, oh my God, this is amazing.
So how did they come up with it? The idea of the project was quite simple.
Right now, the way that you can hear me is that my voice goes through the air, it goes through 2 little holes in the side of your head, and then it creates a vibration on your eardrum that sends a signal to the brain. So we said, well, what if there was a different way to get that signal, those vibrations, to your brain? And so we chose the skin.
Until now, the only way to really experience vibrations like these was to get right up close to the speakers. But while the vibrations up front might be powerful, differentiating between the instruments and vocals, well, that's a different matter. In the development stage, the team experimented with vibration motors from cell phones, which were strapped onto a belt. But here too, the vibration lacked in nuance. It was only when deaf singer Mandy Harvey came on board that changed. She helped technical developer Daniel Belker fine-tune the system.
So when Daniel communicated with me about Music Not Impossible, he had limited channels, but all of the vibrations were the same. What he was missing was intensity, difference of vibrations.
The vest is truly an experience for everyone who can try it. Today, the system is equipped with 28 motors for torso, hands and feet. Each of these sends unique signals, meaning that every instrument feels completely different. Be it a roll of the drums or a strum of the guitar, and the adjustable suit weighs just a few kilos for a musical experience that anyone can feel. Incidentally, this music project is just one of many for Ebeling's team. They have spent the last 15 years working on high-tech solutions for people with disabilities. Back in 2010, they developed an eye-tracking system for Tempt1, a US-based graffiti artist. Despite his ALS, he could draw, spray and paint by using eye movements. Impossible Labs is active worldwide. They also 3D printed prosthetics for a boy in Sudan who had lost both arms in an explosion. To ensure they reach as many people as possible, the team's software is available for free. For Ebeling, it's clear:
anything that you make, the simpler you make it, the more chances you have of someone adopting it so that they can actually use it. The more complicated you make something, the more difficult it's going to be for someone to use it. And I think that what we did with the Project Daniel arm was we made it perfectly functional, not too expensive and not too complicated, and I think that's why people had an easier time making this thing for wherever they lived.
And the need for prosthetics is huge. Around 65 million people worldwide live with amputations. The World Health Organization estimates that in low to middle income countries, more than 85% don't have suitable prosthetics. But thankfully, a growing number of companies are offering more accessible solutions. In Africa alone, around 5 million people live with amputated limbs. Cindy Cherotich from Kenya lost a leg in a motorcycle accident.
I face stigmatization, losing part of the body, even the image of yourself changes. And I was thinking how people, me myself again, I was dying of depression.
A 3D printed prosthetic leg has helped her enjoy her garden again.
I got the free knee joint and the single multi-axis foot. I think I'm comfortable and confident working with it.
Proththeia is a Nairobi-based company specializing in 3D printed prosthetics. The wearer's residual limb is scanned with a smartphone to ensure a good fit. Then the image data is collected and processed in a design software. A prototype is created before taking shape in the 3D printer layer by layer.
We have significant customization based on the scanning of the patient's limb. This increases comfort for the patient. We can have the prosthetic made within 24 hours.
And what's more, they're significantly cheaper than conventional models. He's still getting used to them, but it's good news for Stephen Ochieng. Time to hit the road. The new prosthetics can help Stephen's chances on the job market. But more often than not, people with disabilities have a harder time finding work, be it accessibility issues or because of prejudice and discrimination. In Nigeria, a software engineer is teaching digital skills to people with visual disabilities. More than 300 people have already benefited from the course, because in the digital age, tech can create more and better opportunities. Elizabeth Abiodun is on her way to Access Tech. This tech center was founded in Lagos, Nigeria. It helps blind people learn to use computers and software. Founder Opeyoluwa Akinola knows from personal experience just how difficult it can be to find a job with a disability.
As a young graduate back then, I wanted a job. I had good qualifications, but nobody was employing me because they believed then that blind people could not work in a standard office. And I found out that technology could break that barrier.
The course combines traditional aids with modern technology. Participants practice using screen readers, braille note takers, and voice recognition software. This enables them to work independently. They can learn programming, data analysis, or working with word processors.
As a student, honestly, it just gives me this confidence that yes, once I get there, I'll be able to deliver. I would not be inferior to my fellow students.
Digital skills are vital during studies and for all kinds of careers. Former participants are now helping others to learn the skills.
Last year, I came here to learn Python, programming for data analysis, and at the end of the program, I was retained and I was employed as a training facilitator, anything digital skills training. I facilitate it, the web development, Python programming, Excel for data analysis, Microsoft Office suite.
The course empowers graduates to combat the prejudice and take the job market head on. But what about phones? Well, tech developments in smartphones can present challenges but also opportunities for people who are blind or have low vision. Research from Kenya supports this. Phones can read out content, host accessibility apps like image recognition, all leading to a lot more independence. This app can even help people find their way around large buildings, and it's pretty impressive. Google Maps, but for indoors. Bindy Maps guides you with an accuracy of up to 30 centimeters. It can even tell you where to find the right stamps at a post office. Someone who is blind or has low vision can use it in voice-over mode. First, there's a mental map, then spoken directions.
Unisex accessible bathroom is 37 meters to your left as the crow flies. Start by turning to your left and go for 22 meters.
The idea behind the app? To help navigate complex indoor spaces.
We just create an environment where everybody can access things indoors. So that could be education and then later work and then later entertainment, like going to the shops, going out with your friends. We're reducing barriers for people, and that really excites me in what our world could look like when we have participation by even more people.
So far, Bindy Maps can be used in almost 90 locations in Australia. In 2022, the technology was installed at the Budapest International Airport in Hungary. Setting it up is straightforward.
So we do need a floor plan. We create the map that we use. So we create some really beautiful digital maps that go into our app. Then on top of that, what we need to do is we need to go and take a video of the space, and that's how we set up our localization. We take the data from the videos and we create sort of like a digital twin, and that's what we then use to localize the person in space.
An algorithm allows for simultaneous locating and mapping. Using AI, the app continually works to find the fastest, most accessible path within a building, so that everyone can get from A to B with ease. What's more, the Bindy Maps app is available free of charge in the App Store. So there you have it. High-tech solutions don't always have to be expensive. And as the world's population continues to age, there's no question to it, we're going to need more support. So it's time to embrace and develop digital aids in a way that's affordable for everyone. Realistically speaking, the robot butlers from sci-fi movies are still a distant dream, and not everyone would be able to afford them. Despite that, we are seeing leaps in innovation and tech, and these developments should be inclusive, accessible, and affordable. Let us know if there are any other apps you can recommend. That's it from me this week. See you next time on Shift.